What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
Ooh. Clarus just taught me that theme song because I have not watched Doctor Who in a while, but this is the power of the Doctor.
Yeah, it's been a hot second, and I have not kept up with Doctor Who. I think I fell off just after Jodie Whittaker took over.
I was at her big premiere.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
They launched her first episode.
Yeah.
With the pod and the train and it was the Predator, basically, at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
And so I was in the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. That's what it was called then. I don't know if that's what it's still called. And she came out in this I remember her outfit. She was in this stunning red, power suit.
Yeah.
She looked amazing. And we watched the episode with 5,000 people in this room, and it was telecast across the world. It was so exciting. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest episode of Doctor Who ever. And then I watched it again, and I was like, oh, it's good. And then I kind of got through 4 episodes with her, and I fell off.
Yeah, I got through, I think, 3 or 4 episodes, and then I stopped watching. And for a while, Doctor Who was one of my absolute favorite shows.
Me as well. Mm-hmm. But, and now this is a big but, now we're here. Uh-huh. And it's the end of Jodie Whittaker's run. And while I didn't love the way that her run was constructed at the beginning, I probably am going to go back and binge through it all now that it's over.
Yeah.
This is a big moment. A new regeneration is always a big moment in Doctor Who. And so we're going to hop in not knowing anything about what happened while she was the Doctor and enjoy this episode.
I'm excited.
Was that too long?
I don't think so.
That was 1 minute and 40. We're good?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Brandon, cut that side conversation out. If you want the full-length reaction, please go over to patreon.com/nerdynightly to watch that. Mm-hmm. And until then, here we go.
Wait. Favorite Doctor?
Favorite Doctor?
Yeah.
I think that 10 has the best episodes, but I think that 9 is my favorite Doctor.
Okay.
I grew up with Doctor Who as a child, as a baby boy, but it was old Who. Because,
Very different.
And so in my opinion, the Doctor should be older. And when they went to David Tennant, they kind of went with sexy, flirts with his companion's Doctor in a way that just doesn't feel like the Doctor Who of my childhood.
Yeah.
I still like it a lot, but Christopher Eccleston and then Peter Capaldi feel the most like the Doctor I grew up with.
Huh, that's interesting because Eccleston is definitely the one who fell in love with Rose, but...
Yes. Yeah. It's not the relationship. My problem with David Tennant and Matt Smith is that they come into these situations and are like, I'm an adult. And people are like, no, you're not. And I want the Doctor to have authority.
Yeah.
And they're both really fun.
Okay.
And Christopher Eccleston really brought the authority. And honestly, I wish we'd gotten more stories with him because he brought the sadness of the Doctor. And there is sort of a melancholy, in my opinion, about the Doctor in being the last of your species.
I was looking for a number. But, that was
9.
great, too.
I like 9, but 10 has the best stories.
Yeah.
And the best episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Doctor? Sorry.
10.
You can't ask me any question without getting a, video essay in response.
I know, I love
Here's
it.
5 reasons why.
You should work for BuzzFeed.
Has this intro been long enough, friends? Did you enjoy that? All right.
Nailed it.
Doctor Who, A New Hope.
Tiny jump.
I like the new designs, though.
It's definitely an upgrade.
This is
way goofier than I remember. I guess more Peter Capaldi's stuff.
It's just the editing is so chaotic.
Just like she showed you.
Oh, that's new.
I like it. It's a cool Sonic. All right. I guess Scotty was on it today.
All right, this is cool. Yeah, that opening was absolutely chaotic.
Yeah. It was fun. This is the most bizarre start. Maybe it's a playoff of something else, but the last thing was also a one-off movie.
Yeah.
To destroy every Dalek before that attack.
I love that the Dalek was in order to secure the future of humanity and Daleks, I'm going to tell you how to destroy the Daleks.
Yeah, that was weird.
Keeping up with this is wild. the Cybermen stole a child, the Daleks are attacking Earth, and Rasputin in the 1960s, all in one movie.
16. Not 60.
1916, yeah. But Doctor Who? Huh? Yeah? Yeah? I really hope Jared Leto comes out as the Joker from Suicide Squad.
No. I forgot how terrible the Cybermen's aim is.
Yeah, much like New Hope, the escape from the Death Star is going well because the Stormtroopers can't aim.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been?
Like you care.
Can we discuss this?
38 years.
Mona Lisa, the Scream, the Haywain, girl with a pearl earring. Inserted into every painting.
In volcanic gas emissions and rising magma levels.
Oh, he's describing the end of episode 6 of Rings of Power.
Why are you getting messages from Daleks? Why is she getting messages from Daleks?
You're not as far ahead as you thought, huh? I hope this isn't like a early 2010s I wanted to get captured storyline. Because we kind of did that for like 7 years.
Here's the thing. Nothing in this episode so far is new.
No. It's a Mad Libs of beats from other movies.
From other Doctor Who.
That's true too.
Like.
But like it literally is a Mad Libs of sci-fi action movies.
Only I have allergies. I'm human intolerant.
I don't think they're going to feed you humans. So I don't think that'll be a problem.
Daleks. And the Master. No, this is not good news.
Yeah, sure.
Seismology, volcanoes, Daleks, the Master. It's literally just things that are in them.
The Doctor is a prisoner of the Daleks.
She kind of walked right into that one.
Yeah, or backed right into it, I guess.
This is the most insane thing I've ever
Wow.
watched.
Yeah, this is...
I feel like I'm losing my mind right now.
Yeah, like I feel like my brain is being put through like a meat grinder.
The Master's captured, he's free. The Doctor's captured, she's gonna get free. It's so many things.
Yeah.
Sex, 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 sex. Somehow, despite the insanity of this episode, his performance and Jodie Whittaker's performance have both been pretty great.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, the two of them are holding it all down for me right now.
To force you to regenerate into me.
What? Why would that be a punishment?
I don't know, because you don't change who you are fundamentally as a person when you get a new body. Also, if forced regeneration is like the capital punishment for Time Lords, do they just have a bunch of power planets to like on standby?
I think
so
on
they can
Gallifrey
do
they
it?
had a device that could do it.
My Doctor.
Gone? Really gone?
Wow.
Is that all Jodie Whittaker gets?
It's a weird final moment, but sure.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Because either he's just the Master and
He's
the Doctor's dead.
Yeah, he's
Or the Doctor's person. I don't understand. But now the Master's dead? Like, sure.
Like, it would make more sense if they, like, took the Master's brain or whatever and put it into the Doctor's body. Because the
Yes.
whole regeneration, this doesn't make any sense. Unless it's something we've missed because we didn't watch this season. All right, Tom.
Let's go. Now that is my childhood.
I have a message for all your remaining news viewers.
Why is this futuristic robot shooting in like 70s grainy film? I have to imagine this read really well on paper.
Sure.
Like it must have read exciting.
Oh.
Well, what are we going to do about it?
What?
Oh.
We're here to stop you moving any further.
Whoa! The hole on the one side.
It's the Death Star.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Chris Chibnall wrote his final season and they're like, oh no, you get one more episode? And he was like, all right, we're doing all of it.
Everything, we're doing all the things, we're putting it in one thing.
Will there be connective tissue? No, just exposition.
Just more things.
If you can find me, that is.
We're playing hide and seek now.
So you can stop the Daleks from flooding the world with lava. Wicked.
If she beats all the dogs off screen, I'm gonna cackle.
With a baseball bat.
Arnold Palmer, son. Volcano inspector.
Former bus driver, worried about the amount of Daleks in here and what he's going to do about it.
Well done.
I'm Ace.
Yes, you are.
Why is he there? How did he get there?
You don't just go into volcanoes?
Into Mount Vesuvius? No.
If you're a friend of the Doctor's, you aren't going to use that.
I'm freelance.
That's a big bet. How you doing? I remember why I stopped watching. I thought this was gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. They've done so much on Doctor Who that now they have to go absolutely bonkers with this whole person in the... Like, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. How did she survive?
Divert that power into.
Like, how?
She fell like 10 stories, I don't know.
Pepper pot! Now, Graham! Run!
Does her bat have C4 on the end of it?
I mean, he stuck a actual thing on there, but even when she hit it the first time, it like exploded.
Graham! Hey, Doc, how did you get here?
It's a great question. How did Graham get there?
Wow. It's like perfect timing.
It's a good thing the people for miles around that building aren't going to die of horrible lung conditions for the next 20 years. This is sort of written like a cartoon that you put in front of children
To keep them entertained.
Just flash lights at them so that they stop being annoying. This is the Paw Patrol of Doctor Who episodes. And I feel like that's mean and I feel bad, but like this isn't good.
Yeah.
Remember, when I say now, get off the planet's surface. Safe travels.
When this slows down enough, she crushes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
she's
great.
incredibly talented. You got to watch Broadchurch.
I do.
Activate the control I gave you, and we'll have a double-powered TARDIS.
She's just saying words, though.
I mean, that's definitely been a thing of Doctor Who in the past.
The double power TARDIS?
No, I mean, the just like words. But it feels like they've taken it a little too far.
Okay, yeah.
She's fine.
She's not. She just took a Death Star beam to the face.
Yeah.
A lot of the like relationship dialogue is really well written.
Yeah,
It's the plot and exposition dialogue.
Yeah, that's definitely the weakest part. But like these moments are really beautiful and like really well done.
Yeah, and the AI conversations were both really solid.
Mm-hmm.
This would freak me out. I would be like, no, I'm good. Let's go on ground. I know the field works, but if it stops working, I'm dead. So no, I'm good.
Doctor support group.
Say, I may want to recruit you for some work.
As soon as this slowed down just a little bit, it got so much better.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I didn't know. Like, I wish they hadn't announced it 6 months ago.
Yeah.
It'd be fun for it to just be a fresh face.
It's funny, some of the effects look terrible, but that looks cool.
I always save a couple bucks for the regeneration.
Oh, she got an out.
What? That is not in Chuti.
What?
What? What? Wait. Introducing David Tennant as the Doctor? You don't introduce David Tennant as the Doctor.
Are they like gonna have another regeneration in like 6 months?
David Tennant can do anything he wants, and he
Well, because
chose-
he was seen on set for the 60th anniversary, so I thought he was just coming back like he did in the War of the Doctor, right?
Yeah.
Or the War Doctor, whatever that was called. I love that this managed to be confusing all the way to the very end.
Yeah, really did.
The point where I thought it was gonna simplify, it was like, nope. What? Wait, but does that mean that the Dr. Donna stuff from the set photos is...
Huh?
The actress who plays Donna was on set for the 60th anniversary. So is that... I thought it was going to be like flashback to before... Because she can't... If she finds out about the Doctor, she dies.
Yes.
Oh my god. Although, honestly, with everything that I just saw... Whatever. None of it made sense.
Yeah.
It's fun to see David Tennant again.
That last name is incredible.
Bhaktawan Singh?
Yeah.
It's a good name. Wow, that was bad. Is that... Am I being unfair?
No.
Like, I think that was actually, like...
It wasn't...
Almost nonsensical from the first to the last.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And it wasn't that we were missing parts because we hadn't seen anything up until then. It was, like, truly like a standalone, but it just did not stop for 3 seconds to, like, tell you what was going on.
I think there's probably some context that would have made sense.
Yeah, I think there's something.
No previous episode, no matter what happened in that episode, would have justified Graham just showing up underneath the volcano.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is like, what?
Yeah, people were just kind of places that they needed to be, and they wrote in whatever device they needed to have the master take over the Doctor, and then...
But, like,
excuse me.
Here's the thing. I think the idea of the forced regeneration, the, like, kernel of that idea isn't terrible.
Yeah.
But if there are branching paths away from that kernel to whatever the final idea is, they went in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is set up why it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
And all they did was like, no, he's just in her body and she's dead because he still has his personality. So from the beginning of that is like, wait, that doesn't make any sense in terms of a plot for him because he could just put on her clothes and call himself the Doctor. Like,
yeah.
It's just functionally different. But then when you go a little bit further and you're like, this is what the capital punishment on Gallifrey was, but it kills the first person and puts them in a different person's body. So...
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Were Gallifreyans killing innocent people to put them in criminals' bodies? Or were they killing criminals to put them in innocent people's bodies? Or were they waiting for two people to commit the same crime and putting them in each other's bodies? None of those make any sense.
I don't know.
But those are the only options.
Yeah.
Like...
because I think that the Master's body was, like, dead in that glass case for, like, an hour.
And what I think is so disappointing about this, for me, from a storytelling perspective, is that Cybermen who can regenerate is a really cool idea that they do nothing with.
Well, no, it's not a really cool... they've done that before. Most of what we saw in this episode, Doctor Who has already done.
Sure. But my point is, like... My point is the underlying pieces, right? A Dalek turning against the other Daleks because he feels like Daleks...
also already done.
Have they done that?
Yeah.
I don't remember
The
that episode.
Dalek who can see the future, whatever, I don't remember.
Right.
Brings about the destruction of the Daleks in the Dr. Donna.
Yes. You are correct.
So they already did that as well.
But it's still a cool idea. It's just that none of the things do anything in this. Like it's all just like spaghetti. And it's all thrown at the wall, and very little of it sticks. The things that really do stand out to me, the things that I thought were well done, because there is a lot here. I think Jodie Whittaker, as a performer, was an incredible choice for the Doctor.
Absolutely.
Maybe there are episodes that we didn't see where she got writing that lived up to her performance. I have not seen any yet. I've only seen 5, so take that for what it will. I thought the guy playing the Master was really good. Really? I think he's a talented performer. I think that what they asked him to do was insane. But I think that
I had some issues there.
I think he's a very talented performer. I think that he was given an insane script.
Yeah.
And like the reason why I think he's talented is he committed so hard to what they asked him to do. And I was impressed by that.
Do you think the people that he made little, do you think they ever figured out that they can make them big again? Or do you think that they are just all dead?
Wait, how is, like, the Russian doll Cyberman thing was just, like, a lot.
I don't know, it's bigger on the inside. That's not...
I know, but there's a way to do that. It
felt janky. It felt janky. It wasn't the idea of it that I was like, you can't make that work, but it was implemented weirdly.
Here's the thing. If that was a central plot in this story, I would be more okay with it because it would give it more time.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just a thing that they do.
It's just a one beat thing. Everything in this
is... train?
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
What? Oh, no, the child was... Right. The child was the god thing.
But why was a train carrying around an incredibly rare super being?
Wait, how? Why? Yeah, a regular-ass train.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my point.
Yeah.
Everything in this is just... Don't forget about the last scene. We're in this scene now, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Don't connect it all together. We're just going, and you're not going to have a moment to breathe or think about it.
I'm not going to going into this. I was hoping that we were going to watch this
and be like, we have to go back and watch.
We have to watch all of Jodie's seasons. Like, we fell off at the wrong time, but like, please let us know in the comments down below if you have watched through us just complaining about this. Please let us know in the comments below. Is it worth going through her stuff? Because the stuff that I saw at the beginning of her run, plot wise, not her performance, and not Yaz. A lot of people don't like Yaz. I actually think Yaz is fine. I think the writing keeps having the Doctor tell us that she's dumb, which I don't like. But I think that Chris Chibnall thinks that the show is for like 7-year-olds.
Yeah.
This felt like it was for toddlers.
Yeah. The reason that I fell off is that it was very pedantic towards its audience. Mm-hmm. And also like in my opinion, belittled some like real world stuff in a way that I was not comfortable with.
I heard they met Rosa Parks.
They do, yes. And then the 2 characters of color are like, yeah, and this is what we have to deal with today. We have it just as bad kind of vibe. And I'm like, look, like racism exists, don't get me wrong, but like you can't like, I don't think that this show has the bandwidth to tackle the realities of Rosa Parks' life. And that's what it was. That's why it felt trivialized and pedantic, is because the writers didn't feel like they knew what they were doing. And that's
it's also a bunch of Brits writing about like American history. I hope they at least brought in a like American historian.
But it was a little bit yikes for me. And that was kind of that was when I stopped.
I don't know. I'm really impressed with Jodie Whittaker. I think she's fantastic. I love watching her on screen. And honestly, like, even though I found this 90 minutes to feel... I felt like I just watched Zack Snyder's Justice League again. Yeah. And I was having less fun.
Yeah, it felt long.
And but the thing that kept me going through it was Jodie Whittaker. I think that she's a true talent. And I just wish the team around her supported her better.
Yeah, her and the relationships. Because... Mm-hmm. That's always where Doctor Who is the strongest, I think. Yeah. It's the Doctor and the relationships that the Doctor forms with the people that are around them.
But, like, her and Yaz's goodbye...
It was kind of lame.
Like, if you compare that to, like, Dr. Donna or the Doctor leaving Rose or...
Rory and Amy.
Or, like,
any of them.
11's regeneration hurt. 10's regeneration is one of the great television moments of all time, in my opinion. I will fight anyone. I Don't Want to Go is like one of the best moments in television.
Oh, yeah.
It's so well done. And it's David Tennant. Like, he's a master at work. But
And then now it's David Tennant again?
yeah!
What?
David Tennant is 14.
Huh? Oh.
He's 14.
Oh, I
He's
see.
10 and he's 14. That's weird, right?
Yeah, yeah. This was a thing. We watched it. I love David Tennant. I have no idea where they're going with this.
It was very sweet to have some of the old Who people back.
Yeah.
And those scenes, I find it very strange that in the Doctor's, I know that this is a reality of filmmaking, I totally understand, but it was kind of strange that in the Doctor's head, he ages. I'm saying he here because of the Who aged.
Who the people
but
were.
Then, like, when she thinks of himself as the past versions, it's like an older...
Yeah, I know. Because the actors are older.
Oh, no, 100%. I totally understand the realities of that.
I was
just like, oh, that's funny that you would like... Yeah, because you have to do it that way. You're not going to de-age them, right?
Well, and that's the thing is, like, Time Lords age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird that they age in their memories.
They just have 12 bodies.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure. Do they age?
Yeah.
Not really.
I mean, yeah, you start off as a child and you grow up and you get older. You can die of like old age and regenerate.
I don't think you can. Maybe at like 50,000, but the Doctor isn't the Doctor 12,000 years old?
12,000. Well,
or
10 is 900 and something. And then gets...
Only 900. Oh, okay.
Well, 10 is much younger because Capaldi got locked in the Heaven Sent Hell Bent in that time loop.
Right, yeah.
And aged up considerably and actually, didn't change how he looked.
This series is so complicated.
It is. It is just strange to me that, like, there are, like, Time Lord children and there are, like, younger-looking Time Lords and then there are very, very old-looking Time Lords. So I don't actually know how fast...
Maybe you age until your first regeneration, and whatever. It doesn't matter.
No idea.
I thought there was a lot of great performing here. I think the acting, I think the actors were handed hogwash of a script. This is one of the worst scripts I think I've watched on screen in a long time. I have seen, like...
Especially with the mask on in the first scene, and I was like, what is everybody saying?
It doesn't matter. And like, and
none of it matters.
The reason why it isn't good is that none of it matters.
Yeah.
Everything is just a thing from Doctor Who to get to another thing about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is just... I'm disappointed. I feel bad for Jodie. Like, this is a terrible final episode for her.
Yeah.
And what's weird about it is that she didn't get to really star in her own final episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just so chaotic.
Yeah.
And is it worth going back and watching her episodes? I would love to know because I think she's great. I really think she's great. I don't know why they wrote this. Unless they really think that no adult watches this anymore and it is purely for 6-year-olds who aren't going to follow the plot anyway.
Maybe. I don't know.
But like Graham showing up in that volcano to me is the dumbest thing I've seen on screen this year, and I watched Morbius.
Or no, the girl falling 10 stories down a shaft and just
Graham was first though.
That's fair.
I'd already given up by the time we got to her jumping 20 stories down an elevator shaft and then coming out the other side. Also, the Doctor takes that ray to the face fully, and then her clothes she's fine. Like, there's no visible damage to her.
She gets a little dusty right here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't understand.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing.
A lot of people made this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is geared towards their current audience right now, and we're just not it, and it is what it is.
But this isn't what the show used to be.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, the show used to be inspiring, and there's nothing inspiring about what this was.
No.
Like, I don't feel a need to be a better person now.
No, it felt like all these Doctor Who things, and they just, like, mashed it into a thing.
Can you imagine showing someone the Van Gogh episode of the show, and then this side by side, and be like, these are the same thing? You know what I mean? Like, there just used to be something about humanity in these, and this was just light.
This was words. This was a dictionary of sci-fi terms.
I said after Ring of Power, I was so excited to, like, just be positive about things for a while. And, like, I would watch all of Rings of Power or the rest of my life before I would watch this again.
Ooh, glowing review. Yeah.
That's how I feel.
You know what we should do tonight? We should watch some Doctor Who, like some like older Doctor Who tonight. That would make me happy.
All right. Sure. Do you want to just start? Do you want to just start a binge? We'll start with the dolls, the mannequin episode.
The dolls. Oh, you mean
They're dolls, whatever. You know what I mean. The.
I used to know what a lot of the episodes were called because I would like PVR it, so I'd see the titles of them, but I don't remember.
I watched those live illegally because they weren't. I think the Christopher Eccleston episode didn't premiere here, but I was so excited. Because I loved Doctor Who as a kid.
Yeah.
When I was younger, like the Baker episodes, like Fourth Doctor to me was like what my grandfather showed me. Because my grandmother is like very British and like, you know, would make me like Yorkshire puddings and stuff. And I'd watch Doctor Who with my grandfather and I loved Who. And so when Christopher Eccleston was coming back, I was like the only nerd at Comic-Con that year who was like, guys, we're getting Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And people were like,
what?
That is that thing from the BBC, the like
Yeah.
reruns? And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be great. And it was Christopher Eccleston who I loved. And like,
Yeah.
I just...
Do you remember what your favorite, or not your favorite, sorry, the first Doctor Who episode you watched was?
No.
No?
No, because I started, like, it's just so young. I was too young.
Oh, mine was The Wire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember I walked in, like, my dad was watching Doctor Who, and I was like, the hell is this? And that is a weird episode. Like, that is, like, one of, like, the weirder ones.
Well, Old Who is bad.
No, sorry, this was 10. The first episode.
Oh, yeah.
The Wire is the one where the TV takes your face.
That was in, like, 2009.
Yeah, about then.
That was your first episode of Doctor Who?
Sure was. Yeah. I was like,
I said
what are
yeah
you
to The
watching?
Wire because I'm like, I don't remember the old episode names.
Sorry, yeah.
So I just was like, didn't want to stop the conversation.
No,
but
no, it's the...
You never saw Doctor Who, like, as a kid?
No, because it wasn't running. It wasn't on air, right?
Yeah, but we're Canadian, and like, did you not just like have the BBC on?
No, my dad like always had like the American channels. Like we didn't have, yeah.
My grandmother introduced me to all of the BBC shows from
No, my dad was like, yeah, this is Doctor Who. It's like an old show, and they've like rebooted it. So yeah, that was the first.
You started with David Tennant.
That was the first episode I watched, and then I was like, oh, this is really cool, and I actually went back and I just kept going with it.
I downloaded. And like nowadays that means nothing, but in 2005 was it? No, 2000. What was the first year? Was it 9?
No,
2005.
2005.
Yeah, I was right. 2005.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was either LimeWire or uTorrent. I can't remember, but I remember downloading it because I couldn't get it in Canada, and then I think it made it on Netflix or something. I can't remember how I ended up being able to watch them later, but it was over a decade ago.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm gonna get arrested for it. But I was also under 18, so I was.
Yeah.
I pay for literally everything now. I promise. But when I was a child, I did download the original, the Christopher Eccleston because I couldn't find a way to watch them.
Yeah.
And I was so excited that Who was back, and I loved it. Like I love Eccleston.
I just PVR'd all the reruns. Like once I realized it was a thing that I was like, okay, all channels. If there's a Doctor Who episode on, just PVR that, and then I went back and filled in the gaps. Yeah.
I would love to sit down with Chris Chibnall and have him fill in the gaps on what this was.
Yeah, me too. But
I feel like if he saw this video, he would never talk to me because I've been very mean. But I genuinely would love to be like, why did you do this? Like, what was the idea? And was it that if we go fast enough, they won't notice that it doesn't make any sense?
It kind of felt like that. Oh well, we watched it. It's done now.
But
those are my thoughts.
David Tennant's back.
Yeah.
I think Moffat's back. I think that's who's back.
Is it Moffat or is it Russell T Davies?
I can't remember. It's one of them.
Okay.
I think we should watch it when it comes back. Because it's David Tennant. We gotta simp for our boy.
He's my favorite. That is the only thing that they could have done to make me come back and watch it, and I think that was the point.
Yeah.
I think they were like, okay, we fucked up. But we have David Tennant now. Please come back.
I think the only other person would have been Michael Sheen. Just because it would have been funny for me.
Sure.
I've been watching their videos together from the pandemic. I sometimes just put them on again.
They're fun.
They're great.
We gotta watch Good Omens. So
We do. I've never seen Good Omens. Before
yeah.
season 2, we're going to watch Good Omens.
Yeah, we're gonna get
That'll
on
be fun.
that. Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below. People are definitely going to leave mean comments down below on this one.
Yeah.
Because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. Today, the algorithm god, in honor of everyone coming back except her, is going to be River Song. Because she is responsible for a lot of my favorite stuff about Doctor Who in the new Who. If you want to follow us on the internet, you absolutely can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
And I'm at Claris Polaris.
There's no space. It's just Nerdy Nightly. As always, y'all, do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.